Hello, Gun Nation. Looks like Pistol Pete needs some help, so rather than typing it all out, hello, Kyla. Rather than typing it all out, I will give him the low rundown real quick. Pistol Pete on the Holosuns, 99% of the time, whether it's factory milled or aftermarket milled, it's the short screws. And when you get the Holosun, they come with the blue Loctite already on the short screws. It is 15 inch-pounds with a fat wrench for your Holosuns, and that is per Holosun, not 10 inch-pounds. It's 15 inch-pounds, and then just tighten it down, and you should be good to go. What I always do is I take a little tiny fine paint pen, and I mark the head right over to the body of the Holosun, so I can see if it's moving. I can just look straight down and look at the dots, and the dots match up with the housing where I've put the dot. So, oh, okay. Did Pistol Pete, did you hear any of that? Guess Daniel's saying start over, stupid commercials. I didn't know there were even commercials on here. But Holosuns are 15 inch-pounds. 99% of the time, I always use the Holosun short screws, whether it's factory milled or aftermarket milled, and 15 inch-pounds, and you should be good to go. And definitely mark it with a paint pen. Okay. Or, if you don't have a paint pen, you can use a little like a nail head, and you can just scratch it. It's not going to hurt it. Hey, what's up, Links Defense? Links Defense is in here. Anybody need any awesome bags? Definitely check him out. He's got the goodies on the American-made bags. All right, let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. Mike Kai, I think, was first. Got Kathleen, Pistol Pete, Fina. All right, let's see here. Kyla, Guy Comet, Scott, A-Dubs, Mike High again, Dan Marr, James Johnson, DC. No hooker in the room. Nope, just me, all by myself. Hello, Dan O'Neill. How are you? Yeah, Dan left a comment, I think, first, and it was yesterday. And if you leave comments, for some reason, they don't stay on there. I don't know why the hell, but they won't. But yeah, I've got a bunch of notes here. Hello, Bradley. I've got a bunch of notes here to go over with y'all about what's going on. Want y'all to be aware of it. We are going to talk about some guns. And I know we talked about it last week, but I think it was Fina asking me earlier. The Bull Armory has a new Glock type gun coming out. They have 3 versions. It's called the Axe, AXE, all capitalized if you want to check it out. They're already overseas. I don't know when Bull's getting them into the States, but they have one has window cuts, one has aggressiveness with no window cuts, and then one has window cuts, and I think an optic version. So that's something, if you're interested, you can check those out. The grip is thicker than a standard Glock, and the polymer is supposed to be even better, a little more aggressive and textured, and on the slides they're kind of aggressive. They look pretty nice. I don't know what the price point's going to be on them. And then I got news that Rock Island Armory was putting out a new gun. They sent me an email, and so I threw it up on the community post the other day, and everybody was asking me about it. But it's the RIA, Rock Island Armory STK 100. Basically, it's an aluminum frame Glock, you could say. I don't know what gen it's going to be, but I do know that it takes Glock 17 mags, supposedly takes Glock sights, but it does come with steel sights. It is optic ready. If that's something you're interested in, but if you read about it, it's kind of strange. The grip itself, the lower, is a 2-piece design. So it's, kind of put together, and then it's got these screws in it. So my only concern is under rapid recoil or, flexing of the frame, and I know it could flex less than the polymer supposedly, but I'm just wondering if that's going to create a pinch point, where the frame could open up a little bit and pinch your hand or your fingers. I don't know. That's just something I was thinking about, because they were talking about, like a 2-piece design. So something to consider. The MSRP on it is going to be $599. So, who knows what the street price would be? Could be $425 or something for an optic ready aluminum frame. It's not bad. It does have the 1911 angle. So it's not a Glock angle, which is better. And Some people on the video said that the trigger was nice, so who knows? But it says it takes aftermarket parts. So I'm assuming it would take a Glock trigger. I don't know what gen. So if you want to change the trigger out, you probably could. But, you know, there's an option for the Philippine-made aluminum Glock, so to say. Kyla, yeah, I've seen a lot of the Dagger reviews on that gun. But Honest said he paid $600 for it, and that was supposed to be like a $400 gun or $300 gun. Hey, Oz, what's up, man? Hadn't seen you in a while. Yep, and that was on my list here. Also, Greg Abbott did sign the constitutional carry. However, tomorrow he's doing a ceremony. So tomorrow is the official signing of constitutional carry. He is supposed to sign the 2A sanctuary bill, supposed to sign the 2A, the Texas suppressor bill and red flag laws. He's supposed to sign like 4 different things tomorrow. So, and I've got some other stuff to talk about with him, but that's officially supposed to happen tomorrow. But from what I understand, he signed constitutional carry tonight at about 5, I think it was 5 o'clock our time. So, but yeah, that's awesome. And I've got some other stuff to talk about with Governor Abbott, which is good. Yeah, Kylie. Yeah, it's supposed to be $299. Hey, Dennis, how are you, man? Hello, Gun Nation. For sure, for sure. The Bull Cherokee, I have seen one. I have not shot one. It just doesn't really do much for me. I'm not saying it's a bad gun, but if I remember correctly, it's got that big hooked trigger. I don't really care for those. That's one thing that I hate, honestly, about the P01. Not so much the Omega P01, but the standard P01 and the CZ75 SP01, because my fingers are just so big where that hook comes down and I pull it. My fingers are big, so the hook actually, as I pull it fast, it pokes into my finger. But it's just that hook trigger. So I bet a lot of other people love it, but when you have gorilla hands, it doesn't help. Kyla is asking, thanks, Pistol Pete. Yeah, 17 thumbs up and rolling. Kyla is asking, anyone like the 320? If y'all remember, and if you've been following me for a long time, I used to have 2 320s. I've had the X5 original. You know, the 320s, they're not a bad gun. I kind of fell out of love with them, you know, when I started shooting CZs and stuff more, because of the higher bore axis. Not that it's a big deal. I could shoot it. I could shoot it fine. It's just top heavy. It's kind of like a PPQ. It's just a little top heavy, but there's nothing wrong with them. They're great guns. I mean, if that's what you like, that's what floats your boat, by all means, you know, roll with them. You know, I'm not one to put down anybody and what they like. As long as you're carrying a gun, carry on. Just not for me anymore. If they would really kind of revamp that gun and just add newer, more modern features to make it look a little different, because it's been around for quite a while, that same type of look, I think that would be a really cool thing. But yeah, the Rock Island is going to be, takes the Glock 17 mags, and I'm sure it'll take a 33 round stick. But you know, if that's what works for you on that Rock Island, maybe that's an option for you. Let's see here. Scott likes his X compacts. Yeah. Oh, was somebody asking about a CZ clone? Yeah, I mean, you know, Canik makes the metal, or it's pronounced Janik in their country, but you know, it is a Turkish clone. Honestly, for me, and I've tried some of the clones, if y'all have followed me, I've tried the TriStar, the metal Janik, or Canik, if that's what you want to call it. If you want to upgrade it and be able to add whatever you want to it, I would just save up and get a CZ personally, because that's usually going to lead you to another CZ. But you know, nothing against the clones. Jericho is actually a really great gun. So I would probably have a Jericho before I would have a Canik or a TriStar personally. Yes, Keith Gregory, it is effective September 1st. Yes, all of these will be only effective September 1st. Oh man, yeah. Three Gun Champ is saying Indiana just shot our constitutional carry down. That sucks, man. It's really sad that we have to ask permission, or states have to ask permission. Had the opportunity to shoot both the G4 and the Performance Center Shield Plus. Wow, they are very nice. I have to say the GX4 surprised me. Yeah, I've talked to Humble and I talked quite a bit, and he's done the video on his and stuff, and he actually really likes it. So, I think when Taurus went to the TX22 type, that versus the gosh, what is it, the G2C and all of that other stuff, that kind of blocky design. I think the other more modernized TX22 look is a better look, and I could tell that it was going to probably be more ergonomic and things like that. Let's see here. Mike Kai is saying, received a message from a friend that CCW I can never say this word, I don't know why, reciprocity shuffled around amongst states recently. Going to have to go double check now. They might have. I've got an app that I can pull up and see if anything's changed with mine. Let's just see here. State list. What you can do on this is you can just go into the states and pull it up. This is FLP. I mean, been a member with them forever. Texas, if anything changed. Nothing's changed for me. I can't carry as a Texas carrier. I can't carry in Oregon, Minnesota, Wisconsin, or Maryland. And I think, and there's special rules for Ohio for me. Other than that, I can carry everywhere, but I'm not going to the freaking commie states anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But yeah, you can Google that. All right, I find the non-Omega trigger better than the Omega with the decocker. Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you like. I prefer the flatter trigger because it's the same as the PO7. There are more upgrades to do on the standard PO1 than the Omega. Matter of fact, you can actually get a flatter trigger. Gosh, what is it called? There's actually a number for it, and I used to have it memorized. But you can get the flatter trigger, not a flat face trigger. That's not what I'm talking about. Just the flatter trigger for the standard Omega, or for the standard non-Omega. And you can change that out just if you don't like the hook trigger. I just hadn't messed with it. The gun is just too small for me. I see a guy in DC was elected to office while serving time in jail. Nothing surprises me. Hello, IBG. CZ Life Forever. Tanfo glows are really nice. Yeah, and I have the Tanfo stock too. I mean, it's a fantastic gun. I love the hard chrome finish. The hard chrome is my favorite finish. Speaking of that, the surprise that I've been talking about that has been going on for over, gosh, a year and a half now. I think tomorrow, I've already given them all the colors and everything, and I think tomorrow we will be finalizing it. So hopefully I will be getting that bad boy next week. So really excited about this one. Hello, reloading from the hot pot. How are you doing? I appreciate you stopping by, man. And if you're out on the road, be safe, man. I don't know if the GX4 is modular. Not sure on that, honestly. Gosh, I guess this thing's been flying by. Let me catch up here real quick. Okay, Big J, have you read Missouri's SAPA yet? The preamble is exceptional in this day and age. No, I haven't read it, but I've actually heard about it. And I was in Missouri today. I'm actually in Kansas right now, but I was in Missouri today. And I was packing. But yes, and we will have the sanctuary state being signed tomorrow for us also. Greg Abbott's going to sign that and some other goodies. So let's see here. Let me try to catch up. Hello, Corey. How are you, man? Four thumbs down guy. You're late. Hey, what's up, Ball and Curious? Like I said, man, I would never visit you. You would have to come to a free state. Yeah, see, Kim, there's times I can't read. I'll definitely let you know that. But 85C, that is it, Pistol Pete. That is what I was thinking of for the flatter trigger, 85C. You are correct. Thank you. Yeah, Kathleen, I'm not saying it's not a end all be all, and you're exactly right. If you get used to shooting it, you can. It's just with the reach with my finger, it's just not comfortable. I could shoot it and I could shoot it fine. I did plenty of videos with it, shooting it, and it shoots great. It's just if I had to pick, that's not my pick. That's the good thing. You could put the 85C on it and change it out if you wanted to. No, they're just busy with other things. I mean, there's, like I said, I texted him the other day. We chatted for a second. He's just swamped. So, yeah, Corey, I'm not sure. There was some stuff that was going on in North Carolina and South Carolina at one time. So I'm not real sure, but, you could always Google it and check it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Tactical Firearms. Just got my Staccato P Duo today. Super pumped. Well, congratulations, man. It's a great gun. I love my C2. Matter of fact, it's right there. Yeah, they're great guns. I haven't had any problems with mine. DC is saying, I think CZ is the best overall brand. I don't know what is second. It depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for striker fire, competition guns, things like that, I think competition, the Shadow 2 is a fantastic gun. Of course, y'all know that I love it. But again, I was born and bred on 1911, so I've talked about it billions of times for years and years and years. And I really love I'm really loving the Staccato C2. I love having, it's weird to say this, but I love having a 2011 in my drawers, and it's right there. And if I need to do work, I can do work. So great pistol. There was another one here real quick. Kyle, I miss my CZ40B, most reliable pistol I ever owned. Never changed a thing except for the sights. Matter of fact, I saw a 40B. I posted a long time ago. I had the opportunity to buy one, but I was just like, I don't. Corey is saying, how do I feel about the FNX 45 Tactical? I actually have a 45, an FNX 45. I love it. It's a great gun. It is the highest, probably one of the highest capacity 45s you can purchase. I think it's 15+1. Great guns. Indestructible. They're fantastic guns. Matter of fact, in the winter, I used to carry mine a lot in an outside waistband holster. I even have an inside waistband holster for it, and carried it inside waistband appendix. They're great guns. They definitely work. Nothing like sending 230 grains of hate out of or 16 rounds of 230 grains of hate. Oh, tactical. I will do that. Yeah, I'll after the chat, I promise you, I will go over and check it out for you, man. And if y'all are all interested in it, check out Tactical Firearms. Go over and show him some love, and check out his new baby. Bald and Curious saying the SIG X5 rules competition world right now. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people shoot it, you know. I'm not saying it's a bad gun. It's just not for me. I do prefer steel guns, but hey, man, whatever floats your boat. I mean, for the price and what you get, it's really not a bad deal. The only stupid thing in the world that SIG did when they came out with that is their base plates do not fit in the mag. You know, they don't fit in the mag gauge. They couldn't figure that out, and they're supposedly competition oriented. You know, but yeah, it seems like they would know how to gauge a damn mag. So but most people change out the base plates anyway. Beretta 92X Performance. Guy comment, I have shot the 92X Performance. I mean, it's a great gun, heavy gun. I've kind of been there and done that with Berettas personally. Not saying they're bad guns, but they just really don't do anything for me. And when I was shooting it, I was comparing it to my Shadow 2, just as a comparison, and I still prefer the Shadow 2 over the 92X. With grip length and things like that and ergonomics, I just prefer the Shadow 2. But like I said, I'm not knocking the gun. It is a great gun. Yep, CZ has Dan Wesson. Dan Wesson makes some great pistols, and who the hell knows when they'll have the DWX, man. I know we've talked about that forever. We know tactical firearms, we all start out somewhere. So if we can't support one another, I mean, to be honest with you, I watch a ton of small channels. So, and there's some great channels out there. Yeah, Pistol Pete, I've actually shot the LTT also. I shot the LTT. I've shot the Wilson Combat version, and they're great pistols. They're just too damn short for me. For my hands, I know it's not like the average person, but I mean, it's like when I do a mag change, it pinches the piss out of my hands, and that just is freaking irritating. It's like you couldn't add a little more length. Come on, guys. But I know not most people don't have, you know, and another really underrated gun is the CZ97B as far as a 45. That thing is a freaking shooter. I really do like mine a lot. Hey, what's up, Mario? How are you, man? Hey, Jay, how? Welcome, man. Texans got to stick together, brother. Born and raised. Okay, IBG is saying, Big J, do you have a Vakortsen upper on your Ruger 2245, or did you keep it stock? I actually kept it 100% stock. Well, put it this way, nothing on that gun stock. The upper is stock. It has a, God, what is the name of that? I can see it. It's written in green. They do a lot of competition stuff for Ruger, but I've got a full video on it, but I've got their comp on it. I've got their extended safety on it, and I don't use the safety. I just use it as a ledge. I've got the Apex trigger in it, and I highly recommend the Apex trigger. That thing is awesome. I mean, it's all tricked out. I got the red dot on it, Holosun. I mean, it is fun as hell. Oh, I do have the +1 follower added, so it holds 11 rounds. But no, it's a super fun. And mine is the 2245 tactical, so it is the heaviest one. It really equals the weight of my Shadow 2. That's another thing that I love about it. But no, they're really, really good guns. Tandem Cross, yes, IBG, thank you. Ooh, wow. Best open carry gun. Man, you know, I'm not a huge open carry, or I'm sorry. I'm not a big open carry gun. I've shot them. are you meaning like the race open carry guns, or I'm sure that's probably what you're meaning. Humble's really loving his Bull Armory. I mean, he is rocking the hell out of that thing. I've shot it. I've shot an Atlas. Or no, I'm sorry, I haven't shot his Bull Armory. I've shot an Atlas open gun. I have shot. God, what was that other open gun? Oh, an old STI open gun. I mean, they're cool. I've also shot the. God dang it, the CZ Checkmate. I've shot a Checkmate with the open barrel and the regular barrel. I mean, they're really cool. You do have to run, basically plus P or major ammo in it, so it's not the cheapest. And a lot of them won't run. Some will run factory 9mm, like 115, but yeah, they're not cheap to run. So you got to feed them a big diet. From what I understand, they are not. I don't think the Tanfo and the 97 are interchangeable. The only thing that is supposedly interchangeable are the base plates and the mag extensions, supposedly, but the mags are not. Scott drives by Tandem Cross 10 times a day. That's funny. Yeah, I've CCAM. I have seen those. I've even seen the longer one. I don't know if you've seen it. One of my gun stores have it. It's supposedly the longest Mark II or Mark III, but the damn thing it looks like it has a suppressor on it. It's so freaking long, but that's the whole barrel. And I used to have, y'all could probably go back and see the videos. I used to have a Mark III, but they were such a pain in the ass to take apart, and it was a longer barrel. But yeah, they're great. They're great guns. All right. Best outside waistband for defense. I don't know what you're meaning by that. Are you meaning best outside holster, or are you meaning outside gun? I mean, I don't know if there's really an answer to that. I would say whatever you like, because there's not a best. Oh, thanks, Anthony. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate that so much. Yes, Kathleen, we did talk about the STK 100. Ooh, what is the flattest 9mm I've ever shot? My P10, or excuse me, my P07 with the primary arms comp or primary machine comp is super flat. I've got videos, and I mean, that thing's a freaking laser beam. My Glock 19X with a comp is super flat. I've shot some flat guns. It just depends on what you're, I've got a PCC that's super flat, but of course it's 16-inch barrel. It just really depends on, I've shot some open guns that are super, super flat because of the monster comps on them. It just depends on just depends on what you're talking about. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Best gun period. And that's like me, telling you. I mean, I have some of my favorites. You may have some of your favorites. I don't really want to say one gun is better than the other, because you could totally disagree. I mean, right now I'm really loving the Staccato. Really, really loving it. So, but the best gun period, it depends on for competition, carry. You've got so many variables there also. And I would just say this: the best gun period is the gun that you have with you. So I guess that's an easy way to. What are better, round guns or flat guns? Yeah, just a gun. All right, let's get to some of these goodies on here real quick that I've got some stuff to go over. All right, 141 members of Congress put a letter together and signed it, or put their names on it. Tell the Attorney General to withdraw the AFT pistol brace letter. So, hopefully that we can get some traction on this. And also, if you haven't gone in and signed the petition, go in and please do it. I know that you think that you're, giving your name and your address and all of this other stuff. They already know it. So please go and fill those out for the 80% lowers and also for the braces. There's two different ones. So fill those out. I even did it, put all my correct information on there. So please go do that. Matter of fact, I've already put in 2 for pistol braces. Don't cuss, don't get into stupid stuff because they're just going to delete the comment. We just need to tell them this is BS in a polite and correct way. We shouldn't have to do this, but we are. So, please go over and do that. Also, Chipman, they are voting on him tomorrow for the ATF director. Please get with your senators. I've already loaded up my Texas senators and stuff. Get with them and tell them, do not vote for this clown. He needs to be done and gone. This is a joke. He is actually on the anti-gun. And if you look, the old ATF director has actually came out and said Chipman's a joke. So when you've got that guy saying that against the future ATF director, that means something. So let your voices be heard. And then also, don't know if y'all heard this, ICE, if everybody knows what ICE is, they actually are paying a nonprofit organization $87 million. This is not made up. They're paying them $87 million to house illegal aliens in hotels. They're actually putting them up for 3 days to 6 weeks, 3 meals a day, free health care, and more. And that's bullshit. Okay. We have homeless veterans that they don't even help. And we're helping people that are not even legally here. So let people know that this is bullshit. Again, let your senators, let everybody know. I don't know what it's going to do, but $87 million of our tax dollars is going for that bullshit. Another thing that Governor Abbott said, he is saying if the government will not fix the wall and continue building it, that Texas will step up and build the wall. So you can go look it up too. Now, that's coming out of Texas taxpayers' money. However, this needs to be stopped somehow, some way. So whether it be we hold money and say, screw you, government, and, we use the money to continue the wall or whatever we need to do. But, he's got some cojones, and I'm glad that that he's doing some stepping up on that. And again, he is going to sign supposedly all of the bills tomorrow for the 2A sanctuary, the Texas suppressor, the constitutional carry, officially sign it tomorrow, which he really kind of did today. And what's the other one? Red flag laws, and there's either 4 or 5, but they're doing a signing deal tomorrow, supposedly. So there you go. Yes, and I agree, A-dubs. That's what I think that they're trying to do the smoke and mirror things. The 80% lowers, if you really, or the receivers, if you really read about it, what they're trying to do is they're trying to serialize every freaking thing in there. So if you bought a lower and you bought a bolt carrier and you bought this and you bought that, I mean, you could have 10 serial numbers for to build one lower. I mean, it's ridiculous. So it's just stupid shit. It needs to be stopped. Also, I don't know if you saw the Texas Attorney General, Ken Paxton. I actually posted it on the community the other day. He even sent a letter out to the ATF about the braces and ripped their ass and even told them, you can't infringe on the 2A. So, they're getting hit. And I'm not saying other states aren't helping, but I know Texas is because I am beaten up. I'm calling them. I mean, they're probably know my telephone number on speed dial, so they're probably ignoring me. I have been leaving messages. God, damn it. Sorry about that. So it is being overshadowed. So better CQB weapon, AR-15 or AK-47. I will say 300 blackout, honestly. I know you're picking between the two, if I was going to pick between the two, I would actually go AR-15, honestly. But, you know, because AK-47s are really, really hard to suppress. I mean, you can suppress them, but they're still loud. AR-15s are really loud. 300 blackout with subs, not that I'm a sub shooter, I actually prefer supers. If you followed me, I prefer supers in a 300 blackout. But for CQB, you know, and you're trying to keep it quiet, subs are definitely the way for 300 blackout. And 300 blackout is much, much better suppressed than AK-47. Let's see here. Also, I wanted to ask this question and get y'all's opinion. Yeah, Texas definitely needs to secede. Yeah, this is, and you're right. The Tavor AR-15 is exempt from assault weapons ban. You know, but it's a 16-inch barrel. But you're exactly right. Staccato or Bull Armory? Personally, I prefer Staccato. I don't have that much experience with Bull Armory. I'm sure they make good products, but Staccato is completely 100% made in Texas now, and I'm from Texas, born and raised, so I definitely want to support Texas. So, joints for jabs. That's hilarious. All right. What is your preferred grain? Okay, what is your preferred grain staccato range ammo? If shooting NATO 9mm 124, is it rated as plus P? Would you change recoil springs? I've said this many times. I don't shoot plus P. I don't find a reason to shoot plus P. I have shot it in the past. Plus P is actually overpressured. So what it does is in your chamber, you have more of an explosion. And I've done this. I've even talked about it before. I've done on my 40 calibers and things like that. I have actually done magnetic particle inspection test. It's called MPI. They do it on AR-15s. They do it on bolts. I used to do MPIs on turbine blades. It's basically magnetized it, putting a liquid on it. You can check it with a black light, and it will show stress cracks. So that's why I don't shoot 40 caliber anymore, because I did my 40 barrels, and I actually had cracks in them with not even high round counts. Plus P, over a longer period of time, and you can read all this, I'm not making it up, it's an overpressure designed round. Yes, it has more velocity. Yes, it has, you know, these factors, but it's really not needed. Modern ammo has really came a long way. If you want a little more punch, you could shoot plus P. Plus P plus, I don't see a reason in it. I guess if you're in bear country or something, but I would just use a bigger gun personally, but that's for people to talk about in the comments. If you want to talk about that, you can. But I shoot 124 grain as my carry ammo, and I prefer 124 grain full metal jacket. However, if I can find inexpensive 115, I'll shoot it. Doesn't matter. 147s, I mean, I've got a lot of them. I don't really care for them. I mean, I've shot them in competition before. They are a little flatter. They're a little slower. You know, it's whatever you prefer. I'm just a 124 guy because it's a happy medium. It's not too fast. You get good penetration with it. I've tested it on frozen pig heads. I've talked about that in the past, and it's pretty devastating with what it can do. So, you know, that's just my preferred round. If you choose something different, hey, do you. Do you, boo? No, I'm not texting. It's my father. He's wearing my ass out. You know how old people are. Hello, Will and Will Arm. Japier spring kits. No, it's not Bald texting me this evening. Oh, and I wonder if Bald got that truck. Bald, let me know in the comments if you got that truck, if you're still on, that we were talking about. Yeah, plus P ammo is not any big deal. You just get a little more punch. But, you know, one thing also in the chamber, depending on if you shoot a lot of plus P, you'll kind of notice it. Sometimes it's a little dirtier depending on who made it. Sometimes it can be a little dirtier. Not that it fouls anything, but I noticed back in the day it was a little dirtier. What's up, Humble? He just came here for the hair care tips. You need to use Suavecito hair gel, or it's really not hair gel. It's what the hell, pomade. It's good stuff. Highly recommend it. Yeah, Jay, that's what I'm saying. You know, when you get into plus P, most of your open guns are way over plus P. So definitely hear you there. Just to shoot it for general range, use stock gun. It is not a great idea. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, when you've done magnetic particle inspections like I personally have, not that I've read about it, I personally did it with my own damn barrels. It was an aviation facility. I couldn't bring the guns in, but I just pulled the barrels out, took the barrels with me because, of course, a lot of them were serialized. I knew what it went to, and I did them myself. So I was an IA inspector. I was actually inspecting it myself, and I personally saw them, and I was like, that's not a good sign. God damn it. Sorry, people. He's wearing me out. Not yet. Still thinking about the truck. Okay, there you go. Bald. Humble's hair is not going to fall out. Come on, man. All right, just got the CZ TSO. What is a good holster for it? I actually had to have one made back in the day. I don't know who carries them now. Congratulations on the TSO. I think you'll really enjoy it. Man, I don't really know. I would probably just Google it, maybe, and see and look up some reviews and things like that, maybe on them, Daniel. I mean, Humble, if he's still on here, he might have an idea, but let me see here. No, actually, I was thinking that I had two of them. I was going to say I could send you one, but I don't. I only have one now because don't know if you ever saw the video where Larry, my buddy, accidentally or shot himself in the leg when he was testing, you know, doing some holster draws. His string got caught in it. His friend just bought a TSO, and so I gave him one of my other TSO holsters. There you go. Humble Marksman saying Red Hill makes Kydex holsters for TSOs. There you go. So Red Hill Tactical. Was it Shooks? No, Shooks doesn't. He doesn't make one for a TSO. The holster company that I have for my FNX 45 is called. It's called the dumbest name in the world, and I wouldn't recommend the holster. It's called Tactical, which I hate that damn word. Shit. I've got a video on it. If you want to go back and check it, I'm sorry. I just can't remember the name of the damn thing, but I don't recommend it. It's really shoddy work, and it looks cool. It looks really cool, but I don't recommend it. No problem, Daniel. I guess he's saying appendix staccato or PO7 or PO1. I've done all of them. So it depends on if you want double action, single action, or you want single action only. Just depends on what you're comfortable with, but I appendix carry all of those, or have. Garrett holsters. Jay Howell is saying Garrett holsters. I'm not familiar with them, but you know, check them out. Mom and pop shop. Hey, if they do good work, that's cool. Yeah, if you know, and that's funny. C Kim says that. If I ever did a video on all the holsters I have, it's insane. I think it's a 25-gallon tote full of holsters that I actually use. You know, with multiple guns. But then I've got 2 other 25-gallon totes of holsters that I have that were sent to me for reviews and things like that I didn't really use anymore. I took those 2 totes, I gave some of them to friends and actually even some of them to subscribers. I would ask them, hey, what kind of gun do you have? And they were like, oh, a SIG P320. So I'm like, shoot me your address. So I gave a bunch of them away to subscribers and I don't do announcements or anything like that. But I took 2 huge totes up to Texas Gun Experience and let all of the people who work there, because they've got a big staff, go through all of those, and the ones they didn't want, they gave them to customers. But there was a ton of them. Damien, hello, how are you, sir? Do you have a video online of your 19X setup? Yeah, I have multiple 19X videos up. It's not really a 19X anymore. It's all customized. It doesn't even say Glock anymore. But yeah, there are tons of videos of it up there. It's a great pistol. It's actually my favorite Glock. Let's see if there was anything else. Oh, here's the question I was going to ask y'all. I want y'all's opinion. When you go to the range and you're shooting, whether it be an outdoor range, indoor range, whatever, do you go and shoot for like pinpoint groups, or do you go and shoot like for all face shots? Are you trying to hit the left eye in the corner, the right quarter quadrant, and that's where all of your holes have to be? So are you a pinpoint bullseye type shooter, or are you just a like all in the face shooter or all in the chest shooter, more of a defensive guy? How do you shoot? I really want to know that. Bullseye shooter, pinpoint shooter, rapid fire or slow fire, or are you just I want to dump rounds in somebody's chest or somebody's face and be done with it? Yeah, and I do enjoy shooting steel too. But I'm talking about if you're just shooting paper, what are you shooting for? Like total group shots? You want everything to be super, super tight? Or are you just going out there doing work and just, dumping it in a fist? All right. Let's see here. All right. Corey is saying, golly, these are flying. Guess I asked a good question. I'm a defensive type shooter. Okay. Bradley's saying he does both. Daniel's saying my goal is to be pinpoint fast. You're welcome, Damien. Dexter saying I'm still working on solid groups where I'd like them to be. No, still have a headcat or a Hellcat for skinny use. MP 19 is Yeah, and Humble, I want your opinion on this. Do you shoot for groups, or do you shoot for, what do you shoot for? I shoot for 2 center mass, one in the T box. Gotcha. He shoots like John Wick. James Johnson. Yep, I'm a paper plate guy too. Combat shooter, fast shooting, paper plate, and I'm happy. Anything fist side, 2 to the chest, 1 to the face. I close my eyes and just blast. So here I was standing there, just started blasting. Always reminds me of that meme. It's hilarious. Mike High says defensive fast from concealed on timers. Try to stay in the A zone. Generally, I shoot a lot of drills. Many are military related. Okay, cool. Thanks, Damien. I appreciate it. Y'all smash that thumbs up button. I'm sure all of y'all are subscribed, but if you're not, please subscribe. All right. Sometimes sometimes tight shot groups, sometimes on timer body shots. Okay. I've had, I'm sorry, Kathleen. I didn't see, what was your comment? I'm sorry. I didn't skip this one. So if you had a question, they were just flying by. So I'm trying to hit all of them. Okay, what I try to do, and I've had people say, oh my gosh, you don't shoot pinpoint accurate groups or whatever, or I can shoot this at, whatever. And, I always try to shoot 10 to 15 yards because I think 7 yards can be cake, even under rapid fire. I'm not saying you can't miss, but, I try to extend it out there. So most of them, if you look at them, they're 15 shots, rapid shots. I go for the face, which those paper faces are smaller usually than a real face. Because I look at it this way. If I can unload super fast, and hit a face, with an open hand, or it's smaller than an open hand, I try to go for fist-sized groups at 15 yards, whether it be in the chest, T-zone, face, something like that. I don't have to hit, 7 shots right between the eyes. That's just not me. I've done the bullseye thing way back when, for super accuracy and all that stuff. Now with the dot, I just put it on the face and let it rip. So, or put it on the chest or wherever that I'm aiming. I look at it this way. Yeah, I can shoot you 10 times in the left eyeball, lower quadrant, or I can shoot you 15 times in the face. Either way, you're going to be dead. So that's the way I look at it. I'm not into the bullseye shooting, or, oh my gosh, I shot this tiny of a group. And you can go back and look at old videos. I can shoot tiny groups. I can't probably as I used to. You do get older, your eyes do get older, but I find that with the dot, I can just put it right there and I can just blast away, usually rapid shots. I'm keeping the dot in the window and I'm keeping it in the face. So 15 yards, that's perfectly fine for me. So I don't try to be a bullseye shooter. That's just not what I'm about. If I sat there and just went pow, 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 I'm sure I could. Okay, Humble is saying I do both. If it's an A-zone shot, I shoot fast, but if I set up B8s, which are, if y'all are familiar with the B8 targets, and shoot for score 2, there you go. Yeah, I just look at it if I can put it in a fist group, or like Humble has preached to me many, many years, if you put up a paper plate and it's just the cheap white paper plate, that center area, not the overhang, but the center area is like an A-zone. So if you can put all your shots in that at 25 yards, 15 yards, whatever, you're good. I don't need to put holes inside of holes. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to shoot faster. All right, Bill Drill Cold, 2 to 4 groups of 5 slow, then a mix of both, but mostly bridge to jaw using a piece of duct tape for target zone. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a definite point. Jay Howell saying, keep in mind you don't want to shoot whole in self-defense. You want to have some space for each love seed. You want them down. Yeah, that's the way I look at it. If you can turn them into a strainer, why not? You're exactly right. Center mass. Yeah, and I've even talked about that. If you had some crazy fool running at you, are you going to try to get a headshot on him, or are you going to drop him in the the upper thoracic area and just try to shut his off switch on? You might get that headshot, but if he's moving his head while he's running, because most people wiggle their head while they're running, or some do, go for the big area, end that threat, shut them down. I love the dot torture targets. Yes, and I've actually had some good ones. I've got them actually on PDFs on my phone, so I can just go to my PDF section and pull them up, and I can just print them out on regular paper. I'll show you here. This one's actually a really badass one. This is from a buddy of mine. Y'all will probably meet him soon, but he actually came out with that, and there's a version for red dots, and then there's a version for iron sights. So this is the red dot version. See how clear those X's are, or those triangles are? Check this out. I don't even know if I downloaded the other one. No, I don't have the other one downloaded. But if you're shooting irons, he actually made the triangles fuzzy, which is actually very smart. But those are really cool. And it actually shows you, like, go this target first, that target, take 2 on this, do reload. Here's another one. This is the TA, so I can just print these right off of my phone or from a wireless printer. So if I'm at the range, I can just print them off. Here's another one. Oops. Yeah, focal shift drill. There's one. But I just keep them on my phone and print them off. I don't even do a lot of these on videos. I think I've only done like 1 or 2. There's another one. So there's one of these with irons and then ones with a red dot. So it says if you have irons, use this one. So they actually help a lot. And there's several companies where you can just go in and download them off of their, like if they do a video about it, you can just go in and they'll have the PDF in there and you can download it. And I just download it straight to my phone. So they are fun to shoot. Yeah, 6-inch paper plates, man. You can buy, I think I buy 500 or something for like, I don't even know what it is, 10 or 12 bucks. And hell, some of the paper targets at the range, now that, you know, when I shoot at Texas Gun Experience in the VIP, I get free targets. But when they, for the general public, those targets are like, I think they're like $1 or $2 a piece. And it doesn't take long to shoot the hell out of them. Yeah, you know, that is like having your own land and stuff, being able to go out in your backyard and shoot. That's awesome. Yeah, but you know, see, Kim, if you're using frangible ammo, you can actually shoot them up close. But yeah, I've noticed that too, and I've just been like, you know, because new shooters tend to watch a lot of YouTube, and that is, I've been hit by frag. It's not fun. It hurts, and it bleeds like shit. So, you know, and that was hell. I was like 20 yards away. It was actually a ricochet and came back and caught me in the collarbone. I've talked about it a couple of times. And Humble and I were at a match where a guy got caught in the jugular right here and it was squirting. Or I think it was Humble and I. That was a long time ago, but or maybe it was him. I can't remember. I thought that was the guy shooting the M&P, and yeah, Humble was I with you when that guy was bleeding and it caught him in the neck? He was shooting the MIP or the M&P. I think we were at Triple C. Wasn't I with you when that guy bled like that? I can't remember if it was. I know the guy. He shot with us one time, but I think, yeah, there we go. So I was with him. Yeah, it was Chuck Penny. Yep. Okay. Yeah, and he ended up having he patched it up and wrapped it up, and he was like, "Oh, I'll be okay," and he shot the whole match, and then I guess he had to go to the hospital and get stitches and shit. So, yes, Pistol Pete, you're exactly correct. Having that angle on that steel so it ricochets down and hits the ground and doesn't bounce back. And I know that Dallas Pistol Club that I shot, that steel was straight. It was not angled down properly. Yeah, yeah, he nicked his aorta. That's where he ended up finding out that that's what he nicked, and that's why I was bleeding like freaking crazy. Because I remember all that blood on that rag, and I was like, man, that should have stopped bleeding. He looked like he'd been in a war. Damn, hit you in the forehead. 20 yards by a 45, dropped me like a rock, hit me in the forehead. Yeah, and I got hit in the collarbone by a 45, right in the freaking collarbone. And I mean, when I was standing there talking to the guys, it went thunk. I mean, you could hear it. They were like, looked at me like, what the hell? And I was like, God dang. And it was like ripped my shirt, and I was digging hunks of that shit out of there. It's just not fun. Great idea. I run around to get my heart rate up and then do defensive draw, double tap chest, one to the head. Cool. Yeah, I've seen guys doing burpees and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, and we're getting super close. If y'all have any more questions or any more comments y'all can think of, please throw them out there. Definitely go and subscribe to one another. I'm gonna check out Tactical Firearm. I'm gonna check out his Staccato video, his box opening for his new P. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the Staccato. You know, to say that there's a perfect carry firearm, there's really not. I mean, there's so many different options out there. It depends on what you want. You know, if you're wanting dot ready, milled for a dot, no dot, just irons, whatever. There's so much. There's so many options out there, budget friendly, non-budget friendly, there's just so many choices. And most of your modern guns, other than what Humble's going to talk about soon, most of your modern guns, work very well. It all comes down to what you feel comfortable with, what triggers you like, what fits your hands the best. So there's really not one perfect one for everyone, other than a Shadow 2. I'm just joking. There you go. Hope to be carrying a 2011 of sometime soon. I'm sure that's what that means. But yeah, I mean, I've really been enjoying mine a lot. Big Johnson Guns and Gear. My only issue is finding what range is safe shooting at steel. Man, I kind of look at it this way: anything can happen. But if you're 15 to 20 yards, you've got a lot better chance if it's angled properly, to go down and hit the ground and not come back at you. Anything can happen though. I mean, matter of fact, I even have a video. I'm shooting in a 50-yard range, 50 yards. I shot, this is what that Blazer Brass 115 crap. Now there's one of two things or it was 124. There's one of two things that happened. Either something kicked out when the bullet went off, which I didn't have a hang fire or anything weird, or it went down range, hit the metal backing, and came back and hit me right in the cheek. And it was live on video because it was like pop. I mean, you could hear it. And somebody, I think it was C. Kim, somebody said they slowed it down and they actually could see it coming back at me. I think it was C. Kim that said that. If he remembers, he can put that up there. But yes, luckily I had iPro on. It hit me right in the freaking cheek, and I had a big old knot there the next day. So, yes. Well, where did it go? QVO holster is still working. Right now, I am trying I've went back to the LAS concealment. I did some more changes to it, and it seems to be working better for me. But I had to do some alterations on it to make it even more better. But I did it all myself. So far, it's working better than it was. But the QVO, I didn't have to do anything to it; just worked. So. But yes, glasses are always a great thing. 10 yards minimum with pistol. Yeah, I mean, I would still prefer 15 or back. But if it's angled correctly, yeah. Little range is 50 feet only. Yeah, I mean, which LAS? It is the. It's the one with the TLR7A. God, what is the name of it? The Sonoma. I have a video on it. Or I have a video on the Staccato holsters that I've tested. It's got a Tenacore in that video. It's got the LAS. It's got the QVO. So you can check out that video, and I kind of go over everything, and I'll tell you the models. I think I even put it in the video. What's really crazy, since he's bringing this up, I was actually in a car accident when I was 19 years old. I think I was 19. I went to a dealership. I was test driving a car, brand new car, brand spanking new, that I was going to buy. And I was over an overpass, and I was talking to the sales guy, and he's like, here's the keys, just take it. They knew me and all that stuff. So they're just like, just take it, because I bought cars from them in the past. And he's like, just take it. I don't need to go on a test drive with you. And I was like, okay. So I was going over an overpass, and I had a green light. So I proceeded through the green light. A guy ran a red light in like a 76 Impala. This thing was a freaking boat. Hit the passenger side door, pushed the passenger side door all the way to the center console, literally all the way. He was going about 70, and I think I was going 35. The passenger window, I had looked, I guess just instinct, I had looked. The passenger window blew out, came at me. I had a pair of gargoyle, if y'all remember. They're kind of like Oakleys, but they were called gargoyles. I had a pair of gargoyle shades on. All of the glass impaled in my face. And I don't know if y'all can see it. I actually have scars. If you look up close, I have scars in my face from where the glass actually impaled in my face. I had to go, of course, it knocked me out. I was strapped in. EMS got there, took me out of the car. I mean, if the salesman would have been with me, he would have died. because when it was towed back and I got out of the hospital, I went up there and he saw the car. They had the car there, and he was like, "Holy shit!" But they dug glass out of my face for like 2 hours. The glasses I had on, the gargoyles, saved my eyes. I would have lost both eyes. It actually pushed the glass, pushed the lenses. The lenses were out here. They were almost touching. The lenses in parts were almost touching my eyelid. That's how far it pushed those lenses in. And they never cracked. They never broke. That's how damn good they were. So, I mean, they are legit. They're just like Oakley's. But, yeah, I could have lost both of my eyes that day. I mean, I still have scars. I guess they don't show up as much, but yeah, it was bad stuff that day. So between that and flipping a Jeep down the highway and sliding 300 yards down the freaking highway, I've been in some fun ones. But anyway, all right, it is 8:04. We will shut this down. If there's nothing else out there, we will shut this down. And, y'all can leave comments afterwards. Please hit that thumbs up. I appreciate every one of them. I hope y'all have a great night. Be safe out there. Remember, contact your senators. Let them know, your congresspeople, all that good stuff. Let them know that this ATF crap brace stuff is a joke. Also, let them know Chipman is a joke. And fill out your, little regulation ATF things properly so they don't kick them. We need a lot more. I think the last time I looked, there wasn't enough. I mean, we should be blowing that thing out of the water. But there's all kinds of links. I think Guns and Gadgets has one. GOA has one. I think I use GOAs. So please do that. Don't be scared. They already know who we are. If you want, you can put your business address and your name and stuff like that. But, just throw it out there. Yeah. I'm not saying I'm a bad driver. I'm actually a really good driver. But in my younger days, I drove really, really, really fast cars, and I like to race. So that's and I took Jeeps and jacked them way the hell up, put 44s on them, and did stupid shit. So they don't handle good. And yeah, what's funny is this hotel is actually a Hilton. So it's actually a really nice hotel, but it just looks like dog ass. And you got some 1970s gold ass drapes up there, but it's actually a really nice hotel. It's a Hilton Garden Inn, and it's fairly new. But yeah, I don't know who decorated this. I guess Ray Charles. But I appreciate everyone so much, and y'all stay safe out there. Always carry on, and everyone have a great night. Thanks.